Grooming from home. I don't know when we're going to be reopen again, but I am missing all of you so much. I am really keen to get back to work, but I do have to execute due diligence when I'm actually dealing with my clients. And those of you who are on a rehab program with me, hang tight. We will get you there. The upside of this cloud and the silver lining on this cloud is that the eyebrow hairs will have had plenty of time to grow. And I could be in my element and we could get you there sooner in your visits than we anticipated. Hang in there. I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody when we get to reopen. But in the meantime, if you're anyway cautious when it comes to eyebrow hair removal, if you're anyway cautious about it all, don't do it. Grooming from home. I don't know when we're going to be reopen again, but I am missing all of you so much. I am really keen to get back to work, but I do have to execute due diligence when I'm actually dealing with my clients. And those of you who are on a rehab program with me, hang tight. We will get you there. The upside of this cloud and the silver lining on this cloud is that the eyebrow hairs will have had plenty of time to grow. And I could be in my element and we could get you there sooner in your visits than we anticipated. Hang in there. Essentials at home together. I've given you a snapshot of what you will typically have at home, and this is not something that I have brought from my clinic because I'm in my office at home now, and lots of things are, well, all my gear is in the clinic. So I am going to do it like as if you were in your own home doing your eyebrows as you would with what you have at home. So, okay, firstly, you're going to cleanse your face and the eyebrow area with your regular cleanser at home. This is one that I use here, but just with your regular cleanser, it's absolutely fine. Now, I've pulled back my hair for ease to be able to show you this, and now I have to remove my glasses. But yeah, use your cleanser, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that is your regular makeup cleanser. Extra to that, then, I want you to use, if you've got isopropyl alcohol or surgical spirit, it would be great to actually do the cleanse of the eyebrow. Or if you happen to have these Medi wipes, they would be fabulous as well. Now, in relation to shaping, so what you are doing in between visits or in between now and the time we open up again is that you're doing a maintenance. So we do facial morphology, obviously, in Brow T Cork, and that is the study of the face, phi, which is the Roman numeral facial morphology. So all we're asking for you is to follow some very basic guidelines, and it's only to keep you maintained while you're waiting to come back to us. So place your pencil at the outside of your nose, and any hairs, take this off here, any hairs that are outside of this line, you take away. Then you go from the outside of your nose to the corner of your eye, and that's where your tail is supposed to be. There to there to there. As you can see, I'm missing quite a bit of tail, but as you know, that was always the case anyway when I had my eyebrows microbladed. And then the arch is supposed to be from the outside of your nose through your pupil and up to the top here. Now I want you to use, this is a kitchen, what do you call it, a skewer for having your barbecue. This is where you use your measurements for finding out where your true eyebrow is supposed to be and where you're supposed to remove hair. So I'm going to try and do this now. I have a mirror underneath here. So you go from here to here. There are my two guidelines for here and here. So I'm going to put this here, all along here. And anything above that, I'm going to remove. You go from here to here. It's a parallel. Underneath here. I'm going to remove some hairs here. Then we go from, you can see this line here, down to the tail. As you can see, I have no tail. Well, it's stopped short. So here, down to here. Da-da. and from here to here is going to be the parallel. Ta-da! Quite a few to be removed. Now, with your spoolie, you brush these boys into place. Oops. And as you can see from here, my tail is supposed to end down here, but I've got quite a few hairs underneath there and there, a couple up top, which I'm going to remove now with my tweezers. Okay, there's a couple here. A couple here. There's quite a few here, which I'm actually going to stretch the skin here so that it's not so sore. I hate plucking, I have to say. I'm going to have to do this off camera. Okay, so from the classes that you've had with me or any of the visits you've had with me, I've always told you to brush upwards at the start of the brow, sideways at the body of the brow, and from the arch down to the tail you actually brush downwards. And when you're tweezing the start of the eyebrow, you pluck upwards. At the body of the brow, underneath here and here, you pluck sideways. And from the arch down to the tail, those eyebrow hairs grow downwards. I want you to pluck downwards. And that is because any eyebrow hairs that will be coming out from there on in, if you have a mishap, we want to make sure that it actually grows out properly rather than having the follicle distorted and that you'd end up with an eyebrow hair that will come out in a funny shape. Now you want to fill in your brows in the areas that are quite sparse. And these are the areas that you and I probably have been working together in order to get them to grow. So some of those hairs will be going through their one of three phases, their catagen, anagen and telogen phases. And the last time that you saw me, they were the hairs that I probably encouraged you to leave alone until you came to meet me next, so that we could decide whether we wanted it or not. Every single hair that I advised you to leave, I would be advising you to still leave it, because it goes through quite nearly 4 months to actually reach fruition. So don't sort of take out little new hairs that I've asked you to leave there, because they have to go through their catagen, anagen and telogen phase. We can decide in time whether we're going to remove them. Okay, probably my favorite product of all time would be a pomade and an angled brush. Those of you who are my clients will know that I love that. And what we do is that we recommend that you get your angled brush and you pinch it nice and tight so that you can get it into your pomade, take off the excess. And we are, can you see that? What we're looking for is the narrowest of the brush, narrowest part of the brush. And because it's angled, you will be going naturally upwards at the start of the brow. Now this is for a dramatic look and for anybody who's looking for a highly defined brow. Then for the lowest part of the brow, we bring it along up as far as the lower part of the arch and then continue down the tail. Now I need to extend my tail a little bit. There we go. Here we go, and we start 3/4 of the way back. Bring it up to the angle, which is the arch, and then drag the remaining product down to your tail so that it's not too harsh. Then you get your, where are you? Spoolie. Here we go. And I want you to soften all that. There we are. Lovely. Okay. Nearly all of my clients, I have encouraged them to buy a clear mascara or a clear brow gel. But if you didn't get around to it and you can't get to it, or if you aren't going to, I would, your next best thing is your spoolie and your hairspray. So everybody has got this. So you spray your, there we go, spray your hairspray onto your spoolie and you brush your eyebrow hairs into place. There you go. Those of you who are my age plus who need regular tinting, the grey hairs are coming through, and If you are going to purchase a home kit from your pharmacy or Boots or whatever, it is a home testing kit that is will tide you over, and it'll do it very well. However, I would suggest that if you're going to do a home testing kit, that you buy a couple of them. And those of you who are blonde and light haired, go for the blonde or the light brown. Those of you who are medium brown can go for brown or even one drop of dark. And those of you who are dark, even though I'm not dark anymore, but I go for dark brown, go for the brown, mid brown and dark brown, so that you can mix the two of them. Now, I would suggest you do a patch test as well at home before you use it, and you always have to tint before you do any tweezing. So do your tinting first, and then you can do your tweezing and tidying afterwards. And then for those of you who are not interested in doing the home tinting, this is our godsend here. It's an eyebrow filler. It's a brow mascara. It's exactly the same as in eyelash mascara, but it coats your eyebrows in product. Here we go. Doesn't have to be an expensive one. Look, there we go. You see, there we are. Focusing. Not really. And you can actually just brush upwards at the start, sideways at the body, and from the arch down to the tail, you can actually just make sure that every eyebrow hair is coated, and those greys will be coated just for the day. But it's no hassle. It's actually no hassle to put it on.